At this time, my friends, I'd like to call on our Parish Council President, Jim Klemes, to say a few words. Is this on? Do you know how to turn it on? It's on. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Father. Wow. It's nice seeing everybody again. Really is. I'd like to see a lot more of us in church, more than the 20 or 30 that we've had. I'd like to see it from the first pew all the way to the back pew. But here we are. A couple weeks ago, I went out, had coffee with Father, and Father asked me if I could speak about stewardship. And I said, Father, why me speaking about stewardship? And he kind of just chuckled a little bit and went back to drinking his coffee, had his chocolate glazed croissant, which carried at least 2 or 3 Weight Watchers points with it. Everybody could hear me, correct? So anyways, I thought about stewardship. I thought about our church. I thought about myself. And I thought about, I've been parish council president, this is my 3rd year now, and I thought about everything that I had hoped we'd be able to accomplish under me, under my leadership, with me being part of the parish council, with me working with Father Paul, with me being somebody who loves this community so much. And I thought about it. I'd like to build that church next door. I want to build that church next door. I wanted to have more families coming here. We are in such a great area. We have so many people moving here. We have visitors. We have people coming here every week. We have a welcoming community. We've welcomed new people. Stephen Lazarus, Tony, Sam Teague, Tim Martin, so many people. I wanted more and more and more. I wanted to be able to have more youth services, have an additional priest to help Father with everything we were going to be accomplishing. So anyways, my mother always told me that I always had big ideas. My father always said, think big, act bigger, and then do as much as possible. My father also said, with each community he moved to, he built a new church. So he's still grading me. My brother told me to always have fun with what you're doing. Just make sure you're doing it with a smile and having fun. Got to tell you, there's been a few points over these last few years that it hasn't been that much fun. But it's still a passion for all of us. The parish council, the community, each and every one of us who's in church today and listening. And then I asked my children what they thought about stewardship. My daughter, Irini, said, can you put in a good word for Goya? She's the Goya president. So it's a shout out to my daughter and all the Goyans because they are coming up with new ways to meet. I think last night was game night over Zoom. It's a wonderful thing. We have Sunday school over Zoom. So maybe technology is a good thing. And then I asked my daughter, Kira, about what I should do as I have this 10, 15 minutes. And she said, just speak from your heart, and remember, don't trip on the way up. I achieved. Thumbs up. So, here we are. After 2019, which was a great year for our community, we weren't we had so many new people coming. People thinking about moving here because of job change. People thinking about moving here because Carolina's a great area and because they're sick of taxes up north. We had a lot of new people. We were on the roll. We had a great response from the parish on stewardship. We did very well in terms of people donating money. We had people that weren't associated with our church any longer donating money. George Fortiades was very, very thoughtful and came down to visit with us last year. I think many people were here. Mr. Marangos, Larry Marangos, longtime Raleigh resident, left his estate to the church. So we've had a lot of people giving resources in terms of money. And then I thought about everything else. We had a great festival. Again, people seeing our church as a focus. And then 2020 came along, and it was the immediate break. Now, we could say that that was bad luck. We could say that we're being taught patience. We could say anything we want, but nothing really changes for us. It really doesn't. We still come to church. We still pray, but it gave me a time to think about what stewardship is. Yeah, great. It's wonderful that people donate money, because we do need that. It's great that people donate to the capital campaign so we could build that beautiful church that we are going to be building, Dad. But then it's other things, and this parish is so good at it. I'm going to go down a few things. Besides Goya and what they're learning to do for outreach, we have a ladies' Verlofterhus that never stops. Whatever they bring in, I'm not sure if it's 10%, 20%, 30% of what they bring in, they donate back to either local charities or groups that are in need. How much? Well, that's even better. So then I also thought about a few other ministries that we have. We have the prison ministry that's become very active. In fact, a new director, Father Petra George, who came here a few weeks ago, his son is the director of the prison ministries. He's relocating to Charlotte. And everybody's heard Father talk about his outreach and going to the prison. So that's one. We have St. John the Merciful. And I'd like to point out today is the first Sunday of a month. Traditionally, we have had Change for Change the first Sunday of every month. There's a basket at the back of church, shamelessly marked Change for Change. Please drop some change in there. All that money goes to those in need. It's supporting parish priests in areas that aren't as blessed as we are financially. Okay, so that's Deacon, and that's what he does. We're fortunate. We have so much that this parish offers. It's going to be wonderful when we all come back here. We have a great community, resources and time with what people do, whether it's Verlofterhus, whether it's Goya, whether it's any of the ministries that are offered. It's been a tough year. 2019 was wonderful. Church filled every week. Sunday school filled every week. We have to take a step back. What we have to do is remember that we're all Greek Orthodox parishioners. We come to this church. We're part of this church. And I believe, pistevo, I believe that it's the faith, it's the church that will always survive. It's what we believe in when we chant the creed. We have to believe that It's going to be the church that reunites us. So at any rate, I do want to conclude because I'm probably getting a little bit long. Both within our community and outside of our community, we have to be stewards. We have to provide for our holy church, but we also have to be part of our community. Even with our festival, we donate part of the monies to different organizations, including Habitat for Humanity, and they have been a great partner. One last thought on stewardship. When I asked my family, and you've already heard what my daughters have said about stewardship and their thoughts, my wife Teresa has said, stewardship also includes, well, being good to each other as far as the mask policy, as far as the social distancing, as far as being respectful of what we have to do to be safe. Did I say that right, hon? Okay, I got another thumbs up. I love this community so much. I love everybody that comes in this community, whether they're here for 20 years, whether they're here for a year, whether they've come here from Orlando or from the other side of Raleigh and learning about our Orthodox faith. We have a wonderful community. We really do. It's, while it always hasn't been a pleasure to be involved with the parish council, I'm happy that we have so many people in so many different ways participating in our holy church community as well as the greater community. Thank you. I love you all.